Continuing on here with Social 30, Day 8. Here are our thoughts that are worth revisiting from time to time. Thought number one is make sure all of your newly established social media channels, previously established social media channels, that you have the apps installed on your phone and that you have your notifications turned on. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these platforms have two different notification systems. One is an email notification system, and those things will wear you out if you let Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest send you an email every time anything happens to any of your messages. You will get overwhelmed and the good stuff will get drowned out. I highly recommend turning off email notifications, but turn on your desktop notifications, your lock screen notifications on your phone so that you can quickly glance through your phone's notification systems and see what's going on. Now, this is where the soundboard gives you the great content. We're posting on Twitter for you. We're providing great content for these other platforms. But it's up to you to react to the notifications after they come in. It's up to you to engage with people after they follow you, after they like your stuff. It is up to you to keep the conversation going. If you make a tweet, please don't assume after one tweet that 20 people are going to ask you to buy something or to ask to buy something from you. All right, so that's not how it works in real life. That's not how it's going to work on social. But these notifications of this content will help you get the conversation further down the road, and you can turn the conversation to product when appropriate. So that's the thought around our first point of the day. The second thought is back to the spirit of buffer and scheduling and all these things. Buffer has two pretty killer features that I want you to be aware of that allow you to get a lot more information about what's going on with your audiences. So let's hop back over to Buffer here. And I'm going to go to my dashboard. And so the first thing that's in our dashboard is our content, so we can see what's queued up to go out. Those are the posts we just scheduled in our other video. Now hop over here to Analytics. And what it's going to tell you about is a piece of data that Facebook doesn't provide, and this is why I absolutely love Buffer. Facebook will obviously tell you how many people comment on your post. That's obvious. And it will tell you how many people like your posts. Based on those two metrics, this post might be considered, that one didn't do so hot. But it also tells you how many people actually clicked on the post and left Facebook to read this article. That, to me, is data gold, because now I know what people are actually interested in. This obviously didn't do so hot, but somebody read it. Doesn't tell you who. This one got a couple likes. Those must have been sympathy likes, because this has a boring graph on it. Nobody read it. This one only got a handful of likes, but a lot of people read it. So the point is that Buffer can tell you more than Facebook will tell you. And if you will take the time to post some products stuff on Facebook, if you'll take the time to post a link to your Juice Plus site, you can actually see how many people are clicking through and landing on your site. Because my understanding is if you make a sale on your Juice Plus site, obviously you're going to get notified of that, but you don't have knowledge of just visitor counts, to my understanding. So this, to me, is a great way to stay on top of that. The other thing that Buffer does really well is under the scheduling tool. So keep in mind, on the previous video, we said Facebook peak hours typically are 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and about 6 to 10 p.m., 9:30 p.m., based on your time zone. But what Buffer will do after you've been using it for a while is figure out when your audience is most reacting to your posts, and then it will optimize your schedule based on that. So if you will try this, try our optimal timing tool, and then you tell you tell Buffer what platform you want it to take a look at and how many posts a day you're typically going to be doing. And then you hit calculate, and it's going to tell you what your audience is doing. So my audience peak time is a little bit later than the assumed time. My audience peak time is about 7:30 to about 9:30 a.m. So that's a great window I need to be posting in. And then I get a little bump late afternoon, and then it nosedives and then picks back up about 6 p.m. So I do have that typical 6 to 8-ish. So now what you can do is you hit replace existing schedule. Buffer's going to optimize the times that your posts go out. So now it's telling me I need to send stuff out about 8:46 a.m. and almost 10 p.m. based on what my audience is doing. And so when you schedule your next article using Soundboard and Buffer, here's a good one, vegan Easter recipes. Well, all you have to do here on Buffer, make sure you've got some text on your Facebook post, because remember, that's not going to auto copy. Our tweet here is a little bit too long. You know what? I'm just going to leave Twitter off for this go round. But now all you have to do is hit add to queue. And it doesn't even matter what you think about peak times, okay? Buffer is going to schedule it when it thinks is best. And you kind of don't even have to know, really. I mean, who cares when it goes out? Buffer's going to send it out at the best time. So just keep adding to your queue, and then if you want to see what's scheduled, you can come back here to your content, and it'll tell you, what's scheduled and when it's supposed to go out. Pretty straightforward. Buffer works great on desktop. It works great on mobile. So I highly recommend leveraging those features so that you're hitting your audience at peak times. Pretty great thought of the day, huh? See you on day 9.